Hello everyone, good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's not very nice weather outside today, I'm afraid, so if you hear the rain beating down, that's almost certainly what it is. Okay, so right, for this video I'm going to be picking up on a video that I did quite a long time ago about content creation, because there's a lot more I want to add to that. Now I'm sure there will be other videos that I make about content creation, because it's obviously, you'll appreciate, in a short space of time it's not possible to convey the whole world of content creation and what platforms are out there. But I'm going to kind of do my best to showcase in the description some of the solutions that are out there, which you might be able to use as a business stroke organization. Maybe you're a charity, or you could be a community organization. Obviously, because there are costs involved in marketing, whether it's like PPC, SEO, or direct mail, or programmatic advertising, or anything like that, or affiliate marketing, there are costs involved in these things. So what tends to happen is a lot of these businesses and organizations tend to do their content creation in-house. Maybe they have like a digital marketing assistant, or marketing manager, or some other person doing this kind of function in-house. And there's a lot of tools out there now, especially in the last 3, 4, 5 years. There's so many tools, it's scary really. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, some of them require little to no experience, some of them are kind of intermediate, so you need to be a little bit switched on, a little bit more computer savvy, and some of them are aimed at the more professional, bespoke, experienced kind of digital marketers, where you need to have a good sort of five years plus experience underneath your belt just to get your head around it. So I'm going to put that in the description for you to have a look at, and as I say, let's move on and I'll talk you through. Okay, so basically what's happened like in the last 5, 7, 8 years, is maybe less than that, something in the last 5 years, is as technology has evolved, people who specialize in graphic design have perhaps found themselves a bit unstuck, because there's less demand for their services. Okay, if you're a bespoke brand and you want, to have a bespoke brand, a brand that's making a lot of money, and you need to have a really polished logo, then okay, you can go to one of these graphic designers and they can customize everything for you, and spend hours and hours and hours on it, just getting it absolutely perfect. So there's no other logo like that in the world, and so it's custom designed by hand, and all the rest of it. But in reality, for everyday content creation needs, whichever channel your organization or business posts to, there are so many platforms out there which can do the job for you for a fraction of the cost. Some of them are free, some of them are £10 a month. Many of them, like Canva, are 100 quid a year. Adobe Express, that's quite good. If you're not that good with graphics, again, it's a paid service. I think you can get a free trial, but it's 100 quid a year. It's slightly different in some ways to Canva, but it's slightly different feel to the templates, and it's got like an AI generator and stuff, which I believe Canva's introduced as well. So they are quite similar, but so those are two great platforms. There's honestly loads and loads and loads of them. Too many to read out. I'm going to put them in the description, and then you can kind of sift through them at your own pace, and look at the websites or the URLs, same thing, and just see what's right for you as a business stroke organization. So let's move on. Okay, so getting back to this content creation stuff, one of the things that gets the most traction is video. Static posts are great, so those could be like photos manipulated with text and some graphics, or just total graphics with text and stuff. But a lot of people tend to skip by those, and some kind of depends on what your business is. Some businesses are, especially something like a cafe or in a pannier market or something like that, they've just taking photos and, you know, with their customers, you know, smiles on their faces and a bit of text, and that seems to work great for them. If you're like a different type of business in the kind of, you know, scientific area, or, you know, something like you might be an architect or something like that, then you can't just take photos, and you might need, you know, to introduce, you know, some videos or graphics to talk your would-be customers through what the process looks like, or the sales process, or, you know, that type of thing. So look, there's lots of video platforms out there, not just video editors, but actual video content platforms. Some of them use AI, some of them don't. You know, I looked at one the other day called Lumen 5. You know, that was, you know, if you're on a low budget and you don't have much experience and you want to put some video content out there, you know, that might be a good solution. You know, it's not too expensive. But, you know, everyone knows in the industry that, you know, interactive content, like the content I'm recording now, gets more views, more likes, and more attention than just, you know, like a post on Facebook or something like that. So video is something I'd really encourage. You know, it's a bit of a slog, especially YouTube, compared to, let's say, like Lumen 5, which you can still post to YouTube, but the difference is that, you know, these videos are auto-generated. You type in the text and there's some templates you can manipulate. It's not the same as like filming a, you know, a vlog on a digital camera. And, you know, but that's why I got into YouTube, you know, I see that as something which AI can't do, you know, terribly well. Yes, it can do some things, but it, you know, if I said to AI, make me a video about, you know, Plymouth, you know, sure, it'll grab some things from story blocks and, you know, different content providers, and it might put something together, but it wouldn't be, you know, bespoke, or what, you know, the type of thing I could make with a video camera, being in Plymouth, you know, and filming it myself. You know, it wouldn't be able to do that. So look, without further ado, I just want to keep this really short today. I don't want to talk forever and ever. It's the easiest thing to do. It just puts people off, and they click off, you see. So I'm going to put the full list in the description. Have a look through. It's split into kind of two sections. So you got your static graphics software, and then you got your video content creation stroke video editor software in the next paragraph down. Have a look through, look at the websites, see what might be right for you. I'm sure you can find something in there which will help you to improve, boost, modify, enhance, whatever word you want to use, your content creation process. So thank you for listening. I'm going to wrap it up there for today because I'm quite busy. I will record another video soon, and I'll see you on the next one.